what did we do last month in revenue?
Last month we did almost 100K, so like 94K. So it's pretty good, and it's really good profit margins as well. So I'm really happy. And
So within 3 months, you did more than $90,000 in revenue.
yeah, just 1 month. So in total, it's almost like 200K. So
Hey everyone, and welcome to this new podcast video where today we will go through the story of Alex, one of the guys I've met personally in Dubai. He literally was here with Max a few months ago and he decided to start with Google Branded Dropshipping with us. Well, he had some experience in e-com, but not with Google yet. So in this video, we will go through his story and what Google Branded Dropshipping brought him to this day. So keep watching because I'm sure you're gonna learn a lot from him. So let's go.
Alex, bro, how are you?
hey, bro, good. It's good to see you. It's been some time.
Yeah, it's been some time. Good to see you back again.
Yeah.
People who know you already, I've told them just now that they've probably seen you in the vlogs already, and you are currently in Poland, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm with family right now and just visiting, doing some business, So
You just got out of Dubai the right time.
yeah, at the right time, just before the missile strikes. Yeah.
Nice, man. But for the people who don't know you yet, could you maybe introduce yourself, who you are, how you know me and Max, and what got you into e-com?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Alex. I started ecom pretty early on, and I met Max in my hometown, and then after some time I met you initially. So yeah, basically what got me into ecom, I was just like searching things online, ways to make money, and I started at a pretty young age. I never did Google before, so I always did like influencer ads. I tried some things with Meta, and essentially I found some success with that, but it was very inconsistent. So some months I was doing good numbers, and then eventually after a couple months I was making no money basically. So and then when I met you guys, like everything changed and I was able to like start getting consistent numbers, and
Great.
yeah, that really changed my life.
Because what brought you to influencer ads? How did you start?
Yeah, so basically, what I did, I was just looking on Google, on YouTube. I was watching YouTube videos, and I met this guy through Instagram, and I got him as my mentor. And he taught me like his strategy, what he did. He worked with Instagram pages, and he paid them for ads. And I started doing the same, and I got some results. But the problem with that is once you run one product, then and you run the same video again, then it like the views go way down. So it after you do it once, then it doesn't really work anymore. So you have to keep finding new products, and it's very inconsistent, and it's a lot of work. While with Google, you just set up an online store, you set up your campaigns, and it runs automatically for a very long time. You make consistent sales, so it's much better for sure.
Yeah, because obviously you knew Max already. You guys are friends from your hometown in Holland. We got to know each
Yes.
other in Dubai. But once we said to you, bro, just go on with Google, give it a try. What did you think at first about Google?
Yeah, so I already knew like people were making money with Google, and I knew I could make it work. But I was at first I was like making a store and doing it, but then I got the misrepresentation, and that was kind of annoying. And I had to go all over again, basically. But eventually, once I had the store, it went like on autopilot. I didn't have to do much about it other than like adding new products, scaling, etc. But the products that I already had on the store were like making money on autopilot, so I didn't have to touch it. Whereas with meta ads or with different type of strategy, you have to keep adding new creatives, and after some time it doesn't work or a competitor steals it. And with Google, I like it's way better. Honestly, like it's much better.
Yeah, because how long have we been helping you so far with Google? How many months are we in?
Like 3 months, a bit over 3 months, right? Yeah.
And what did we do last month in revenue?
Last month we did almost 100K, so like 94K. So it's pretty good, and it's really good profit margins as well. So I'm really happy, and in such a short period as well, and it keeps scaling. And the Chinese New Year was here, so we had to scale down a bit, but still we were able to make very good numbers. So I'm very happy with that.
So within 3 months, you did more than $90,000 in revenue.
Yeah, just 1 month. So in total, it's almost like 200K. So it's really good.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. And before you started with ecom, before you did the influencer ads, before you did Google, what were you doing? Did you have a regular job? Did you have a 9 to 5? What do I need to think of?
Well, not really. I was just going to school. I was studying, and then eventually I found ecom, and then I started doing like a e-commerce school. Like a study university, ecom university, but the teacher at the school, he never had an ecom store himself. So it didn't really make sense for me to learn from him. Whereas I was making like some sales at a time myself. So I decided to drop out and go all into ecom. But eventually, like the algorithm changed with the influencer marketing. So I wasn't like really able to stay consistent. Eventually, like my income went to zero and I was really struggling. But then with you guys, I was able to like finally find a strategy that actually worked. So then I went all in on Google Ads, and now we're doing good numbers, like autopilot, and it just keeps growing and growing. I'm setting up a new store now as well. So with multiple stores, it's gonna go even bigger and bigger. And yeah, I see a bright future ahead.
Say, man, you're killing it.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, and since you've done ecom, because you've had no prior experience with ecom, right? Once you started, it was just influencer ads, and now it's Google, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like I was trying to do it myself, and like in the first 4 or 5 months, I wasn't like able to get zero sales basically because I was trying to do it all myself. And then I found like the first guy, my first mentor, I found him and he kind of helped me to get the first sale. And after that, I was kept doing it, but then like as I said, it stopped working eventually. And then I found through Max, I found you and Max, and yeah, that's really that opened my eyes. And really I think it's essential for people to really get a mentorship, because if you try and figure it out yourself, then it's just not going to work out, because you're competing with so many other people and they're trying to do the same thing as you. And if you don't have a winning strategy like you guys have, then it's pretty much impossible to make sales consistently and be profitable. So yeah, I'm really glad that I found you guys.
Damn, man. And how was it to start with ecom being a student?
Yeah, it was okay, because I never really liked going to school, you know. I didn't like the subjects that were taught. I didn't really think that they would benefit me in the future, because it's not really something that I wanted to do. It wasn't like really interesting me. So yeah, I used to have like pretty bad grades, and just the teachers didn't like me. And yeah, so I just went after school. I just did it on the side, and I made some money on the side. I made my own money. I was pretty young already. So yeah, it was pretty good actually. But then, as I said, it was very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And I eventually, once it stopped, I was really afraid, like, now shit, what do I gotta do? Do I have to go back to school? Or do I have to get some regular job? But yeah, with you guys, it really everything changed for me. So I'm really happy.
Glad to see, man. And what did the people around you think? Like, did they believe in what you were doing? For example, your parents, friends. What did they think?
At first, no, because they were saying like you have to keep stay in school because this is risky, maybe this won't work. And I had my doubts as well, but I knew I like always wanted to make more money, and I saw other people around me succeeding. So I was like, if they can do it, I can do it as well. So I just tried and did it anyway. And in the first couple of months, I just kept losing money, made no sales, just wasted my time basically. But then eventually, once I found some small success, like my parents like started kind of believing in me. And then they weren't like really into me dropping out of school. But I was an adult at the time, so I turned 18, and that's when I like dropped out of school. So they just had to accept it basically, and I just did whatever I thought was the best. And eventually it turned out well. Now I'm doing good numbers again, so I'm, yeah.
So they're proud of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
I still have a long way to go, but it's only gonna get better and better. I'm starting new stores, and it's only scaling. And like with you guys, like if I see how many sales you guys get, then it's like really there's no limit.
there is no limit, bro. We should go
Yeah,
for the bag.
for sure, for sure.
And obviously, you started as a student, so I'm really curious with what kind of budget did you start with ecom? With what kind of budget did you start your journey?
So I had like 500 euros at the time. Like it was not much money, like at all.
Damn. So you started basically with nothing.
Yeah, basically nothing. Yes.
There are no excuses, man.
No, no excuses, definitely. And it's great because you can just invest $100, $200 and you can start getting your first sales, and then you can slowly scale. And eventually, once you have more money, you can start investing more. And that's when you really start making consistent, good income. So there's no excuses for people not to start. You just have to stay consistent. You have to believe it will work out. It can take some time before you get your first results. But definitely, if you get someone like a mentor like you guys, then it's gonna be way faster, and then it's pretty much guaranteed that you will succeed.
100%, man. And I'm really curious as well, during your journey, was there ever a moment where you thought that it wouldn't work for you, that it wasn't for you?
Yeah, definitely, because many times I like something went wrong, or I failed at something and I was like, oh, this maybe it's like a scam, maybe like people are trying to take advantage of me or something. But this eventually, like I kept believing that it's possible, and I saw like other people winning, and it really pushed me like, oh, I just have to go through this. I just there is the solution. And especially with you guys, once I started working with you, once there were some problems like with the misrepresentation, you guys said, okay, we have this insider, we can do this with the insider. And once I started working with the insider, all the issues were solved, and now there have been no issues at all. So yeah, like you guys have all the answers basically.
And was there also a moment where you almost quitted everything, where you thought, okay, I'm rock bottom at the moment with the motivation, with the discipline. Let me just quit and do something else.
Yeah, pretty much there was, and I've like tried other businesses as well, but I don't think it's too smart to like start too many businesses at a time, because otherwise you have to focus on one thing and what you're good at and do something which is already working. Because if you focus on too many different things, it's just you're not gonna. It's even gonna make your chances lower that you will succeed. So definitely find something which is working, like what you guys have, and then commit to it like every single day. Do what is necessary, and also don't be arrogant, because sometimes I was thinking like, oh, I can do this way better, and I just fucked it up basically. And it was better that I listened to you guys from the start, and then maybe I wouldn't even get the misrepresentation in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with Google. Obviously, it's a hard game, but it's easy if you play it the right way, you know?
Yeah.
So with an ecom, how much did you do on your first big day?
My first big day, I did like 12K in revenue.
And how did it feel to see that?
Yeah, it was really good. It's really good.
It's
Yeah.
probably also crazy for people to imagine doing 12K in like a month. Some people earn it in a year, half a year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
it was revenue, but still it was really good. Like it was good profit margins.
still, yeah, you can literally, in profit, you do a monthly salary.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's insane where it can bring you, man.
Yeah, for
Beautiful.
sure.
And if someone would have told you as a student before you started ecom, you would be doing Google branded dropshipping or you would do influencer ads at the beginning, would you believe it? Or did you have other priorities when you were a student? Like, what did you want to do when you were younger?
Yeah, so I always wanted to become like an entrepreneur, businessman, because I wanted to become rich, basically. And I knew that in order to do that, I had to start my own business. And I was not gonna be able to do it if I work for somebody else. And I didn't want to be like everybody else, like an average person. So I always knew that I wanted to do that, but I never had the right vehicle in order to get there. And with you guys, it really made things much easier. And I hoped I started earlier, because like I've been struggling for a long time and like trying to figure out things myself. But I think that was the issue for me, that I just didn't have trust in other people, because in the past I got scammed as well once by some other ecom guy. And yeah, that really like ruined things for me as well. So but yeah, with you guys, like really it's everything changed for me.
Beautiful, man. And there are so many scammers around, but it's good that you
Yeah.
finally found the good path, the path you want to be on. And now you succeeded as well, because what I'm really curious about is, in your opinion, what separates people who succeed like you do in ecom and yeah, the ones that fail? Like, what's the difference between those kind of people?
Yeah, so I think the difference is that they either try and do it themselves, that they think they can do it better themselves, and they don't listen exactly to what is being told. And then they just basically do some things wrong, and then they blame it on the system, basically, that it's not working. Whereas if they just listened and did exactly what they were supposed to do and just stayed consistent, then it's basically guaranteed that you will succeed. Of course, there can be uh, some things that will cause you to have some problem, but you can easily solve that problem. You just have to have faith, stay consistent, and listen to the people that already did what you want to do. And then, yeah, it's pretty much the easiest way to succeed, in my opinion. And the
Literally.
people that don't succeed, they don't do that, basically.
100%, man. And obviously, currently you're traveling the world. Like I said, were in Dubai, now you're in Poland, you've been in China. I don't know
Yeah,
where you've been. You've been in so many countries, I cannot even count it. And
yeah.
obviously, it's all due to making money online. But how has making money online changed your life? In what way?
Yeah, so just like you said, in the way that I can travel the world, I don't have to be at a specific place at a specific time. I can just wake up whenever I want. But even though I believe you should still have like discipline and stay consistent, because even though you have all the freedom, you still are competing with so many other people. So you have to really be better than them, like have the discipline to wake up, have the work ethic to do the work, and also to work smart, because it's not only about like putting in the work. You also have to put in the right amount of work and the right type of work. So like I said before, you really need to listen to the people that did it before you, and then it's pretty easy to succeed.
Easily, man. Hey, and I'm really curious about this one because I never asked you. But what was the first thing you bought with your eco money?
Many different things, man. I think my first ever thing back when I was like 16, it was like a Gucci belt or something, bro.
Yeah.
Back when that was popular. But like many different things. Like I bought like a scooter, like designer clothing, and then later I bought like a Mercedes AMG and stuff like that. So
Crazy.
that's, yeah.
And have you ever felt for shiny object syndrome? Like that you thought, I'm the king of the world, the sales keep coming in, I can do whatever I want and I can buy whatever I want, and then got cash flow issues? Or weren't you that kind of person?
Yeah, definitely. I had that problem, but that was mostly back when I was doing the influencer marketing, and I've learned from that. I was like overspending my money. I was traveling, like spending a lot of money on different things that I couldn't. I could afford it at the time, but then, as I said, it was inconsistent. So once the sales stopped, I wasn't able to afford it then. And I still wanted the nice things. I still had the expenses, the nice apartment that I had to keep paying. So, yeah, once that stopped, like I pretty much lost everything. And now that I'm consistent again with Google now, it's much better. Like, and I know that it will keep going, and it's only growing, and I'm gonna open more stores and keep working with you guys, and there's no limit.
Rebuilding, bro. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And now you're obviously fully locked in Google. What I'm curious about is how much work, how many hours do you have to put in daily in order to build this successfully? How many hours did you need in the start? How many hours do you need now? How does your daily look like?
So yeah, it depends what you do. For me, I built a store myself from scratch. So it took a bit longer, but if you want, you can also like have someone else build the store. You guys told me as well, okay, we got these people that can build the store, and then it would take me a lot less time than what it took me now. Yeah, I think probably right now I'm spending about, just because I want to scale it further, I'm spending about 5 hours a day on this. But if I wanted to, I can just work for 1 hour a day, and the sales would keep coming in. But I want to I want to grow it faster. I want to scale faster, build more stores. So that's why I'm spending so much money, so much time on this. and investing as well.
Nice. Hey, and if I would say within a few years, 3 to 5 years, where do you want to see yourself with where you are right now? What do you want to build it to?
Yeah, so I definitely want to build like brands, because currently it's still like drop shipping, basically branded drop shipping, but I really want to build a proper brand with products that people will keep wanting to buy. And with you guys, I see that you guys are really helping this with this as well, and that you guys are leaning towards this direction, because with a brand you can eventually sell it for a lot of money, or you can like, it's really going to be worth a lot of money, and people are much happier if they have a good product as well. Whereas with sometimes with drop shipping, it is like you haven't seen the product before, you haven't felt the material, the quality, so sometimes it can be wrong. But if you really have a proper brand with your logo, it's going to be so much better. So I really want multiple brands, and currently we're just doing clothing, but I also want to do like different kind of products and really develop products as well. That's really my goal, and where I see myself in like 3 to 5 years.
Beautiful, man. I think you've got a nice way to go. I think you've already walked a nice path. And to be honest, I'm really curious where it will bring you, because I think you have so much potential. I think you've showed us already the work ethic you have, the drive you have. And yeah, I'm just glad you wanted to share this story with me, with the people watching. And I'm sure we will hit those 10, 20, 30K days soon and do another business with each other, bro.
Of course, bro. Soon. Like we've already been working for 3 months now, so it's gonna be easily, especially with Q4, I think we can easily hit 30, 40K days. Especially if we have multiple stores, it's gonna be easy peasy. So
okay, let's say we do a part 2 in Q4. What kind of numbers do we do in Q4 on a daily basis?
on a daily basis, let's go for 1 million in a month.
Okay, so
that's gonna be like 40K a day. Let's say 40K a day.
okay, so the appointment between us is in Q4. We will do a part 2 where we do 30 to 40K days, 1 million a month, and we will see where it got you.
Yeah, definitely, bro. We're gonna go for it.
Let's go.
Let's
Okay,
go.
man. Thank you so much for joining, sharing your story. For the people, follow Alex. I will get his Instagram in the bio, and we will see more from you, man. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll speak soon, bro.
Okay, bro.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
See you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And I want to thank you for watching as well. In my opinion, his story was very inspirational, and I hope one time we can get your story on this channel as well. So keep watching, and don't forget, join the branded circle or make something your own and make yourself proud. See you in the next video. Bye.